Welcome. You tuned in to another edition of Homage Speaks, where what homages do, homage is paid. And right now, we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend. Everybody see him perform. We talking about the leader, the captain of the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Foles. He has did the unthinkable yet again and has led that team to a huge victory. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. But let's get to work. The Chicago Bears came in as the favorite to protect their home turf down there in Chicago. But I knew one thing that was not going to affect the Philadelphia Eagles, and that usually is an advantage for the Chicago Bears in a game like this, that they were going to rely on the weather. Philadelphia is a cold weather team, so that element meant nothing to the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's put that in its proper perspective right now. Let's talk about the Bears right quick before we get on the Eagles. The Chicago Bears have been known as having the best defense in football. They just don't give up a lot. Missing Eddie Jackson hurt them today because Philadelphia in the second half, especially once they made the adjustments, attacked the exact spots on the field that Eddie Jackson will be roaming. He gives you a dimension on the field that you cannot just simply attack him. He will hurt you. He is one of the best players in the game today. He's an all-pro player, and that guy was missed in that ball game. But we're going to talk about something that the Bears did that I did not understand, though I guess they saw what Philly was bringing to the table as far as the secondary is concerned. They got a lot of guys back there, third string, second string guys back there trying to get things done. So they have elected to attack that. But in no way, shape, or form should they be throwing the football with Mitchell Trubisky 43 times. They threw the football 43 times with Mitchell Trubisky. He was 26 for 43. He did not throw an interception, but 26 for 43 is not going to get it done against a secondary that shouldn't even be checking none of the guys that you have out there anyway. They also did a poor job of getting their most dynamic playmaker the ball with opportunities in space to impact this ball game. Tyreek Cohen had 170 touches on the season. He only touched the ball 4 times. This is one of the most dynamic players in the league, and you only gave him 4 opportunities to impact the game. And one of those opportunities came at the end of the game on a kick return where he sets you up with perfect field position to get into field goal range. He jumped it off. You also are a team who run the football 29 times a game. You only ran the ball 18. Now, I do know Philadelphia has a great defensive line and a great front seven. But at the same time, you're running the football to make them stop you from running the football. Therefore, playing the time of possession, giving your defense some rest so they can continue to play at a high level of energy and playing ball control offense. This is what got you to the playoffs. Do not get into the playoffs and change your identity. You're throwing the ball 43 times with Mitchell Trubisky. He's not at that level yet. You don't have those kind of receivers yet to continuously beat people 40 times. You're not having the innovative enough play calling to where we can dial up 40 pass plays and people are running open. He missed several throws tonight. He also could have had several interceptions tonight. Philadelphia just was not on their ball hawk tonight and it was not catching the football. But let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Nick Foles. Nick Foles was able to take away for the Bears. The Bears are number 6 in the NFL in red zone scoring touchdown percentage at 66%. Those guys left Nick Foles opportunity time and time again. They were 0-3 today in the red zone and continuously keeping field goals. And we all know in the playoffs, field goals sometimes do not need to happen. Touchdowns had to be had. But let's talk about Nick Foles. You know that guy. Carson Wentz is that guy. Yeah, y'all keep believing that because I do not. Nick Foles and Dougie P, they have a chemistry that is shared with Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady, that Drew Brees and Sean Payton have. Those guys, not at the level of those guys, because they got years and many years and experiences and battles, but it's just something about Doug P and Nick Foles. They connect and they unite. They finish each other's thoughts. They see in the game the same way, and he and Carson Wentz are not on that level. You cannot ignore the weighting lift that those two have anymore. If you are, you simply are not watching the game. Doug Peterson, because a better play caller with Nick Foles executing his offense. It's just that simple. Nick Foles is the leader and the captain of that team. He was in the second half, he was nothing short of amazing. First half, Chicago Bears was locking them down. But in the second half, he came alive. They made some adjustments and realized that they needed to attack the middle of the field, and they continuously attack the middle of the field. Got some plays going deep, get some pass interference, but make no mistake about it. They found what Eddie Jackson was supposed to be, and they went there. And on that last drive, when it was Foles' time, when it was time to fold up the tent, the only way that he know how to do it, he was 6 for 9 on that drive. 59 out of the 60 yards came from Nick Foles' right arm, directing traffic, picking up third down after third down after third down on that drive. Now, I know Eagles fans, y'all were a little worried down there, but they was trying to make him run the timeouts. Shout out to Doug P for having the plays that he need and wanted to run in those type of situations. They attacked the same side. I am so shocked that as great as a defense as Chicago has been throughout the season, they did not see the trips right sprint out coming again. He missed the throw. The boy made a miraculous play, but it should have been a touchdown to Ashon the play before. They came right back to it. Same concept, different formation, and executed the play to a quicker guy in Golden Tate. Golden Tate actually beat the guy with the route. They was trying to use Ashon Jeffrey to use his size, and we're going to throw a ball. No, Golden Tate say, no, we're going to get open, and we're going to get busy. But the Nick Foles continue. He's folding up the tent for Carson Wentz. They're going to have to make a decision. Now, going into that game this week, playing against New Orleans, it's going to be tough. They ran the ball enough to make you respect it. Now, they only ran for 42 yards, and they're going up against the number one rush defense in football this week in New Orleans. But running the ball 23 times, making a team stop you 23 times, opens up the play action. They have to respect it now because you ran the football. And that's a big part of the Eagles' attack is the RPO or the play action pass. Nick Foles is one of the best at that. I heard an alarming stat, and I don't know if the Saints heard it, but they better utilize it very much and use it a lot and use it often. Nick Foles is ranked number 31 in football against zone coverage. He's just not seeing it the right way. But I think that going forward, I think that Doug Peterson is going to be aware of that, and they're going to do some things a little bit differently to go up against New Orleans. But they better come with it because New Orleans, we all know one thing. When they get to rocking down there in the Beardown, they have no problem with running you out of the stadium. And y'all know I'm on wax. You know who I'm rolling with. This game should be nothing but a smack job. I don't think they're going to blow them out 48-7 again. But Drew Brees, you got one job. You got 2 games to get to Atlanta. This is the first one. Take care of these guys. Take care of them quick. Step on them and let them know get ready for next season and decide who their quarterback is going to be. Because I think it should be Nick Foles. A lot of people are going to think it's Carson Wentz. This is a decision that they're going to have to live with if they don't choose Nick Foles. The guy and Doug Peterson, they roll good together. But with that being said, we thank y'all for tuning in. And this has been another edition of Philadelphia. And Nick Foles folding up the tent of Hyman Speaks.